Hi everyone, welcome. The new episode of Peter's English podcast has been started. Hi everyone, I'm your host Peter, and this is my Peter's English podcast. And as you can see, this is my Peter's Sunday 1 hour Ramble episode. Welcome everyone, and let's start with my slogan because I have my slogan. Learn English, be successful, change your life, open a lot of doors, create your own podcast, write your own novel. You don't need to be talented because learning English is for everyone. Okay, people, let's start. I'm glad to see you. And today is my Peter Sunday 1 hour Ramble episode. And I hope I can do it without problems because I had a good lunch again as always. And you know, if I have a good lunch, I always start to vomit. Don't worry. I like to joke because Peter try to breathe. Try to breathe. Don't worry, no one cares about your live stream. No one cares about you. No one cares about your podcast. Okay, people, welcome. This is Peter Sunday. Peter Sunday 1 hour Ramble episode. And the main goal of this Peter Sunday 1 hour Ramble episode is to talk and talk for 1 hour without any kind of preparation in English. And as you can see, people, and as you know, I did it. Okay, my microphone isn't too close. Wait a minute. I can move it to the right side. Okay, now it's good. Okay, we can continue. I think that now it's better. Okay. Peter, just talk and talk. Peter, just don't stop to talking. Just talk. Just don't stop to talk. Okay. And okay, Peter, try to calm down. You can do this. You are too nervous. Yes, I'm too nervous. And you can ask me, Peter, why are you so nervous? Because you did Peter's 1 hour Sunday Ramble episode a lot of time before. I don't know because I have a little problem with my speaking. No, I don't have, of course. I try to survive because I want to speak. Hmm. Okay, people, we can continue. Yes, my tongue. Try to stop me, but I no. I don't want to stop. I think it's better now, and because I want to speak. Peter, try to survive. Don't stop to talking, and you do this, and you wanted always to do this kind of episodes where you have problem with speaking skills, but I have to clean my eyes a little because I don't know why I'm doing it in this moment. But don't worry, it's live stream. I know it will be fine. Okay, we can do this. It's very hot today. It's yes, people. We can start with the topic that. Okay, what? Okay, Peter, just to breathe, and we can start. I can turn, I can do whatever I want, and I talk this nonsense for 4 minutes. Okay, I can see that I can do this. And which topic? Yes, I can start with the first day afternoon. The first day of the afternoon was the last April day of week B, and it was my Peter's publication day. I published 8 recordings, 8 live stream that are now my my live stream that are now my official recordings. There are my official episodes of my Peter's English podcast, and I did it again. And on Friday, I was at home. It was in Slovakia the 1st May 2026. It was the Workers' Day because all workers in Slovakia and in the world were celebrating the Workers' Day, and it was a bank holiday in Slovakia. And what I did, as you know, the 1st May is real start of the spring, and I planted potatoes with my dad. Yeah, yes, of course, because I like to, because I live in the house with my parents, and I planted potatoes. Yes, perfect topic. Why not? I planted potatoes with my dad because I like to, because it's the part of my learning English, because I like to work in the garden while I'm listening to my favorite English podcasts, and I did it, and I did it without any kind of problems, and I finished the job. And what else? And then people, yes, on the 1st May, I wrote, streamed, and recorded chapter 8 of season 3 of my novel. The topic was the Mother's Day special episode, because the next Sunday is the Mother's Day. Yes, people, the next Sunday is the Mother's Day, and I decided to use this topic for create special Mother's Day special chapter of my novel Vera the Vampire Girl Diary, because the next Friday is the Victory Day, and I didn't to connect two topics in during the whack during the one whack during the one weekend, because I didn't want it to write two chapters of my novel about the Victory Day and about Mother's Day, and I did the right thing, I think. And I wrote, streamed, and recorded chapter 8 of season 3 of my novel Vera the Vampire Girl Diary, as I said before. About the Mother's Day special, this episode is very funny, wild, and great. You can laugh a lot like me, because when I'm writing my novel, I always laugh. It's like watching a good movie. And what is it about? This chapter 8 is about Vera's family. Yes, people, I didn't write about Vera's family of my. I mean the Vera the Vampire Girl, the main character of my novel. I didn't write about Vera's family for a long time, and I decided that the Mother's Day topic is the very good idea how to add them into season 3, not 3 is Slovak, into season 3 again, and I did it. And I and okay, people, I can start with this content. Chapter 8 started in with the content where how can I? Peter, simply start to talk something. Don't be stupid. Talk. Don't care. Okay, people. People, and Peter, don't be shy because you are too shy. Okay, let's start. Peter, don't escape. Don't end this live stream. No one watches you. You still didn't. You still are in the special shy mode, and when Peter try to change your mode from your from A0 shy cute student mode into your Peter C1 creator mode, like because you know how to do it, and simply start. Okay, people, let's return let's return to my chapter 8. The chapter 8 was about Vera's family. Yes, and the most funniest situation was when Vera's family visited executor from the bank, because Vera had a business. She used to have a business. She started her own school of English, but her school collapsed, and she lost everything, and the executor came for their all properties for the castle, and the executor came, and Vera's family ended on the street. and Vera's family tried to call Vera's tribe, but Vera's tribe didn't want to have something with traitors, because as you know, or you don't know, I don't know, because Vera's family betrayed Vera, and but Diana came and she contacted Vera, and Vera contacted uh, the very rich aristocratic vampire family from the UK that is the member of the Dark Organization, and they bought a one-way ticket to London, and Vera's family came to the London, and and Vera's family apologized. I mean, Vera's mother Eva apologized to Vera because she realized that she made a mistake. It was a very emotional meeting with the whole family, and that was a big celebration. They were dancing on the tables in typical English pub where Vera works, and everyone was drunk. Vera wanted to bite Peter, but Adriana saved the situation, and okay, and and then I realized that I mean during the last live stream, I realized that I need stable podcast studio in my house, I because I always move from the room to the room and so on, and I decided that I need quiet, stable podcast studio, and I decided, and I no, I decided that I want to do something with it, and I asked Microsoft Copilot, and we started to talk about the kind of microphones, and I discovered that my microphone, Blue Yeti, I mean Logitech Blue Yeti microphone, is an condenser. Uh, uh, is a condenser microphone. That means that it can record everything, every kind of noise from the whole house. This kind of microphone is not very good for podcasting because it can record everything. It's so sensitive that it can record every stupid noise, every parasitic noise, every conversation from the next rooms, and it's not a good idea. And Microsoft Copilot explained me that, Peter, you need to buy dynamic microphone. And what is dynamic microphone? It explained me that the dynamic microphone is only cardioid microphone that can record everything when your mouth is close to the dynamic microphone. And I decided it did it, and I decided to buy one for myself and to try if it would be a better idea. And I did it. I bought my new cardioid dynamic microphone with the boom arm for it, and 2 meter cable for it, because I need 2 meter cable for connection. I want to connect my microphone to my notebook, to my laptop. I mean, I think that in English is notebook, because I want to connect my microphone to my notebook via this boom arm, and I think that 2 meters are enough. And I have to explain that my room has the LAN connection from my router, direct LAN connection, and it has 2K AOTS gaming monitor that is very large, and I can do my live streams in 1440 pixels, and I mean in 2K 60 pixels per second. Yes, this is the good thing. And I discovered that this dynamic microphone cannot record the whole house because it's not so sensitive, and it can record everything that is very close to it. And this kind of microphone has special function that can reduce parasitic noises from another rooms, and it has special function. Thanks to it, I can move with it how I want, and it can improve the gain for my voice. And I did, and the most funniest situation was that I bought it on Saturday in the morning, and via some e-shop, but uh, and I waited it for until today because I thought I was so naive that I thought, oh Peter, you can go for it today on Sunday because we have what can I tell you? Um, because I can pick up my any every stuff from this shop in my village, but they had some problems and I have to go tomorrow. Okay, people, no, don't worry, and because you can thought, oh Peter, how you can continue your podcast without this mic? Yes, I can continue because I have my old one, my condenser microphone. And okay, I decided that I want to start to use my new stuff from the next Sunday, and I called it simply the new era 3.0 of my Peter's English podcast. Because why it's a new era 3.0? Because I decided that I want to use my room as my stable podcast studio, and thanks to my new uh, dynamic microphone, I can do my live streams during the day, and it cannot uh, record the no, very loud noise from another rooms. I think that is true because I found it, because AI chatbots found it on the internet, and I can try it, and I think that it's true, and I'm looking forward because it can really improve my podcast, and I can have stable studio with the stable internet, and I can do it during the day, and I don't need to move anymore, and it's great. And yes, you can ask Peter, you could buy it before. But yes, I didn't know about it. But okay, who cares? I started with the phone, then I continued with the condenser microphone, and I improved my podcast, and I started to use my dynamic microphone, that it can be a very big upgrade. And this is people the last episode with, but no, this is not the last episode of Peter's English podcast, don't worry. It's the last episode of my podcast recorded with my old condenser microphone Logitech Blue Yeti, and this is his last live stream, because from the next weekend, because the next week I work in the afternoon, from the next weekend I want to continue in my stable studio from my room. It will be the live stream from my room with the dynamic microphone, with the new boom arm, and with the pop filter. Yes, because I forgot to tell you, I bought a new pop filter too, and it will be great. I'm really looking forward, and I can talk about it uh, the next weekend, and but the next weekend is on the Friday is the Victory Day, and I want to write, stream, and record chapter 9 about the Victory Day. I want to create something special that use the historic topic about the partisans in Slovakia during the Second World War. During the Second War, and it will be something funny and something more realistic and something educational, because I like to do educational fairy tale for this kind of bank holidays in Slovakia, because it's not a bank holiday, but I'm at home and I know why, but I don't want to explain you. You can use the internet. Okay, this was the end. Then I want to continue with Peter's one Sunday 1 hour ramble episode as usual. And what else? And that was my plan and the main reason, because the problem was with this condenser microphone. Peter, you always talk about your microphone. Very useful situation, very interesting and useful topics. Yes, I know, but but I can but I could explain you in this episode my reason that this my current microphone, my condenser microphone, it's condenser, I think it's called condenser microphone, Logitech Blue Yeti. It's really sound sensitive that it can record everything, and it's not very useful for me. And yes, I feel terrible because I could buy it before, like the dynamic one, and but who cares? I can still use my condenser microphone for my possible Peter's talk show. And what is Peter's talk show? I'm thinking about this kind of. I'm not thinking about this kind of episode, but in the future I want to have my own guests. And my new dynamic microphone is not a very good idea for my guests, because in this situation I have to buy more dynamic microphones, but I have my condenser microphone Blue Yeti that can record 4 people in the real room. Why not? It's a very good idea. And what else? Okay, Peter, just talk, and just try not to vomit like from the start. But I realized that people like vomiting and this kind of nonsense. It's a part of the fun, of course. And why not? I wasn't really vomiting, don't worry. I'm only joking because I had very good lunch. And but people, I want to stop you, because if you would try to stop me from doing this podcast or doing these live streams because you think Peter is doing a fool from himself, don't care. It's my thing, it's my business. You cannot stop me. It's my hobby. I'm doing it because it's my hobby. I like to do it. I like to do my Peter's English podcast, and you cannot stop me. You cannot stop me learning English. Remember it. And this is for everyone, of course, for my family, for everyone. And I want to connect with people like me who like to learn English like me, who have their own English podcast and who have their own English novel, Mirada Vampire Diary. Okay, this was the official talk about the official start of the new era 3.0 of Peter's English podcast. Well, we'll see if this dynamic microphone can really record only my voice from my room, but if it's not possible, I can simply continue from this room, and well, we'll see. But I think the dynamic microphone would be better. Okay, Peter, just stop talking about this nonsense and continue with something normal. Okay, we can continue with the statistics of Peter's English podcast. Okay, people, now I want to talk about the total statistics of Peter's English podcast. And this is the topic from the kitchen of Peter's English podcast. And I have 3,129 total streams or downloads everywhere except YouTube. Yay! Thank you guys. Thank you very much. And I'm really happy. I'm really happy that the total numbers are increasing every day. And why? Because the most popular kind of episodes is Learn English with Peter with the study and learn mode on Microsoft Copilot. That's great. That's great. And I'm so happy that people like this kind of episode. Why? Because I do picture-in-picture mode episode where are two pictures. The little one is my picture, my screen of my face, and the bigger one is the chat of Microsoft Copilot, and the study and learn mode Microsoft Copilot teaches every kind of English grammar, and it's funny, and I always make jokes of it, and then Microsoft Copilot generates a funny 500 word story with full of very wild dialogues that use this kind of English grammar, and people like this, I think, and I'm very happy. But you can like Peter Sunday 1 hour Ramble episode 2, and you can like Vera's Universe 2, I think Vera the Vampire Diary, and you think, Peter, why are doing the 1 hour Ramble episode? The main goal of this episode to survive. And yes, people, you can see that in the end I was very shy. I have problems with speaking and everything, but I am here. And why I'm doing this? Yes, I'm doing this right now. I like to do this because the main goal of this podcast, and the main goal of this Ramble episodes is to practice my speaking skills in English. And how to practice it? People, you have to survive in English for some kind of minutes, and I know, and I can, and I like to survive in my Peter Sunday 1 hour Ramble episodes, because the main goal of this kind of episode is to survive for 1 hour without any kind of preparation, because the real chat in English with real people, it's about surviving in English. Because imagine if you live in another country, you cannot always use the vocabulary and the phrases that you have trained with chatbots. You have to survive it in English. The conversation is not prepared. You have to be prepared that you have to talk and talk and talk about every kind of nonsense during this real chat with the real people, because you want to learn English for connecting with people, because learning English is about connection with another people. And how to do it? You have to practice your speaking skills, but you cannot always have and you cannot always prepare some kind of phrases for some kind of situations. You have to be prepared that you have to survive in English without preparation, and you have to be prepared for everything. And how to do it, people? Simply speak in English for some time. In my case, it's 1 hour, and I think this kind of Ramble episodes you can do too. And don't worry about doing mistakes, because learning English is not about doing mistakes. The main idea of this is to simply speak in English. And this Ramble episode is about surviving in English for 1 hour without any kind of preparation. And you can see that I can do it because I practice it. Everything is about practicing. Don't think that is not. Yes, you have to practice it. You have to practice it if you want to survive. And because the main goal of this episode is not to create, I don't know, something beautiful. The main goal of this kind of episode is to simply survive in English, talk about myself, and learn how to survive in English without preparation. And I'm successful until now. But you cannot train and practice only one thing. You have to practice your listening skills. Okay, a little pause, and okay, we can continue. You have to practice your listening skills in English and how to do it. Find your favorite English podcast. Until I've been streaming for half an hour. Perfect. You have to find your favorite English podcast. You can use my favorite English podcast. You can find them in my link tree. And yes, I can talk about my favorite English podcast for learning English. Wait a minute. And my favorite English podcasts are Luke's English Podcast, All Ears English Podcast, and Speak English Podcast now with Georgiana. And what is it? Luke's English Podcast is about natural British English, how it's spoken with the humor and fun. And the owner is Luke Thompson. He is an English teacher from the UK, from London, and he is very great podcaster. He is podcasting for 17 years until now, and you can listen to natural British English because Luke always spoke with his friends, with everyone. He has his storytelling episode. He has his Ramble episode. I inspired by Luke's podcast. I remember that in one episode Luke said, "People, create your own English podcast for practicing your English," and I did it. I'm been podcasting from 24th of June 2024 until now, and you can see that I upgraded myself to the higher level, and my English is better now, and my podcast is more professional, and I'm very happy. But I want to talk about Luke's English podcast. You can listen to it. It's very funny, very interesting, and you can listen to natural British English, how it's spoken. Why? Because you have to listen natural British English from the streets if you want to learn British English. If you want to learn American English, you can listen to All Ears English podcast that is about natural American English, how it's spoken, and you can listen to Speak English podcast now with Georgiana. And people in Slovakia, you can use the free videos or the paid service of jazykový mentoring.sk or výuka aj online.cz. They are very good English learning platforms, and there are others, but I don't know the names in this moment. You can simply discover it, use their free service or paid service, and because thanks to English learning platforms like výuka aj online.cz and jazykový mentoring.sk, I discovered how to learn English in the true way, and you can see it works. And okay, now how to continue? I'm thinking. I talk about my statistics. No, I didn't end this. Yes, I was talking about listening, that you have to practice your listening skills in English. And how to do it? You can simply listen to and relax, or you can do something at home. I mean your chores like washing dishes, vacuuming, doing something in your garden while you are listening your favorite English podcast. It's a good way how to practice your listening skills in English. Because there are a lot of English podcasts, there are a lot of English content, and the whole internet is in English, and you can use it. It's a big advantage for you. You don't need to watch stupid Slovak television anymore. You can enjoy a big world of English content, and that's great. You don't need to watch any sport. You don't need to watch anything in your language anymore. You can if you want, but imagine that there is a big world of English content that is waiting only for you, and it's for free. Yes, not everything is for free, but English podcasts are free. And because my favorite English podcasts are free if you don't use their free service. But yes, they offer their paid service that you can use. Okay, What else? I would talk about listening. You have to practice your reading skills and how to do it. You can listen. You can listen to audiobooks in English while you are reading the ebook of the same novel from the same author. And this was listening. And yes, I can continue with my total statistics of Peter's English podcast. And now I haven't checked the Spotify where because on Spotify I think 527 now plays. And the big sensation is that I have 17 hours on Spotify. That means people have listened to my podcast for 17 hours. That's great. Thank you, guys. The majority of my audience only on Spotify are women in my age from Slovakia. Thank you, girls, and thank you, boys, too. And and on and I have 14 followers. Yay! Thank you, people. And on YouTube, I have 32 followers and I have 129 watch hours. Oh, thank you, guys. That's great. Okay. Now I feel much better because I'm streaming. And Peter, just don't stop talking, and Peter, don't destroy your own LED light. And what else? Yes, you don't believe me, I have to return for my plans for podcasting, that I found a good time during the day when I'm at home. I don't need to record my podcast during the night like I used to do before, and it's big and it's a big advantage for me because I don't need to disturb someone in my home, and that's great because no one likes to be disturbed. I know this. This was the main reason why I bought my stuff. And okay, what can I at least tell you? Yes, people. I always talk about AI chatbots. Use AI chatbots for learning English. They are very good. I always use AI chatbots. I always talk with them. I always chat with them in English. And people, you can think, oh, people, people are stupid. Why and crazy? Why you are using dangerous AI chatbots? No, they are not dangerous. They were created for as your creative partner for helping you. You can chat with it in English, you can speak with it in English, but you have to know that this kind of voice chats are not very realistic. And I think the better idea, yes, you can learn, you can be prepared for, I don't know, for the situation, for the real life situation, but it cannot you prepare for the whole life in English. And the best idea is to practicing your speaking skills in English during your live stream, during your own Ramble episode. Create your own podcast like myself, write your own novel. Thanks to it, you can practice your writing skills because you have to practice your writing skills. Create your own story, create your own novel, create your own main character. It doesn't need to be big. The main goal is to practice your writing skills. I always write in Slovak, but I use AI chatbots like translators, but I always learn real English from my own novel because I write in Slovakia and I can improve my English vocabulary thanks to reading my novel in the real English, and that's great. But you can write in English too, and practice it. And how to do it: simply create something that you like. And I think that your own novel can be something better, can be something great. And don't worry, it doesn't need to be very long. Simply, I think that learning English can be a very good hobby for everyone. Okay, I've been talking for 40 minutes and I want to talk for the last 20 minutes. Oh, the time is going so quickly. What else? Yes, my plans are that I want to continue with learning English because learning English is my hobby. I want to continue with my Peter's English podcast because it's my hobby, as you know. You have to know it. And I want to continue with writing, streaming, and recording my novel, Vira the Vampire Diary. And okay, what else? The next week it's week A, and it's during the week A. I always work in the afternoon, but I have my own calendar every because I like to have plans. I hate chaos, and I created a plan how to do my podcast, and that's great. And thanks to new dynamic microphone and thanks to new boom arm, I can I can improve my podcast again. And who knows, maybe the Blue Yeti microphone can be a very good idea for my guests in the future. Who knows? And okay, and yes. People learn English with my novel Virado Empercoleri. I would be happy if you start to read it because it has a lot of wild dialogues in English, and it's because my novel Viera the Vampire Diary, it's a comedy sitcom series. It's about Viera the Vampire Girl. She is very beautiful, attractive, gothic female vampire girl from Slovakia. I decided to create my own female main character because I'm fascinated by main female characters that are wild, dangerous, but they are positive characters, and I always like to make fun of my life. And Vera the Vampire Girl symbolizes the parody of my life, and it's great because I always like to laugh from my life, and in the end I like to make fun of girls in general because I always make fun that girls like to give orders, like to dominate everyone, and they like to dominate and give orders their husbands or boyfriends and so on. But I don't want to be offensive, I don't want to be rude, but I created my own character. Thanks to it, I can practice my writing skills in English. I can improve my English, and it works until now. And I'm so happy that I found my own female character, Vera the Vampire Girl Diary. That I found my own novel. Thanks to it, I can live in English. I can dream in English, and uh, and remember that you have to practice your talking skills in English in the way where you have to think in English. Yes, because don't forget you have to think in English too. It can improve your speaking skills in English. It's very important to think in English. Do it, people. And and what else? I have a little problem with my voice, but it's not so bad. I'm talking for 43 minutes. 43 minutes. This is great. And in Slovakia, as you now you can see, I have a t-shirt. It's very hot. This Sunday, this whole week is beautiful. The sun is shining. I can see from the window blue skies. Blue sky. It's perfect. It's warm, and I'm very happy that the spring has started because it gives me more energy for doing my podcast. I always have an energy, but autumn and winter are not very good months for me because I can be ill. Because it's cold during the winter and autumn, and now even when it's spring or summer, it's warm, it's beautiful, the sun is shining, and I can have more positive energy, and I'm happy that I helped my parents with planting potatoes and veggie and onions and so on. And it's a good idea to do it because I can practice my listening skill while I'm doing something at home. And you can do this too. And what else? Simply use AI chatbot because I can improve your English. And what else? Peter, try to find something for last 15 minutes. Uh, okay, I'm losing my voice, but I don't think that is something terrible. And I want to continue with my usual calendar. And yes, people, this month, are ice hockey world championship in Switzerland. I don't always talk about sports, but people in Slovakia are big sports fans, and I don't but I don't like to watch sports because I'm always nervous, and I simply like only to watch the results and Bob's your uncle. And okay, and what else? Yes, I can talk about uh, what else? That I'm very happy that I created this podcast, and I'm happy that I created these Ramble episodes, and I'm happy that my Learn English with Peter kind of episodes are so popular, but Vera's episode can be popular too because people like good stories. And this is my comedy sitcom series. Why not? You can try it, or you can create something yourself. And I want it. I want to. I don't know if I want, but if one day I meet people who are English learners like me, who owns their own English podcast and they write their own English novel, we can create our community. I mean, Peter's English podcast community, and we can do live streams together and speak in English, have fun, and publish it as our episodes for our English podcast, and so on. Because learning English is about connection with others, and you can improve your English, your life, because you can have better paid job, you can travel, meet new people, work in English speaking country, enjoy a big world of English content, create your own English podcast, and you can talk and you can do live stream like myself. And what else? I hope that my new stuff, that my new microphone was a good idea to buy, and it can really record only my voice, and it cannot record everyone like this guy, my own microphone. But it's a good microphone, but it's condensator. It's a condenser microphone, and I didn't know about it. It's a really big fan. And what else? Uh, I simply realized that these movie broadcasting services are doesn't have a lot of interesting movies, but their comedy sitcoms are great, and you can and I simply recommend people you can enjoy sitcoms in English because they are short, they are funny, they use natural English how it's spoken, and you can listen to and read audio books. You can buy it from the e-shop, and you can listen to it while you can read it in the same time. It's good for your English too, and you don't need to watch these movies if you don't like myself, because I discovered that I don't like these movies, but sitcoms are good, and audio audiobooks are good for my English. But if you want to listen natural English how it's spoken, listen to British and American English podcasts from native speakers, because they are great, they are funny, and there are a lot of natural there are a lot of English podcasts. And What else? Oh, I want to speak for the last 10 minutes. Yes, I've been talking English for 15 minutes without stopping. Okay, I'm trying to find something. Uh, okay, what else? What else? I think Peter, just don't stop to talk. Just talk, and talk. Uh, what I can tell you? Simply, people, learn English, be successful, change your life, listen to or read my novel, Vera the Vampire Girl, or at least support me with the following. I don't want any money from you. Use the help of AI chatbots because they can improve your English. And if you want to start your own podcast for free, like myself, ask AI chatbots, but you have to ask everything. And you can start with free hosting, like myself. I use Spotify for creators; it's free. But there are a lot of others. You can use something else. But for me, Spotify is for creators. It's great because it has free audio and video podcast hosting. And why not? I don't need to pay if I and that's great. I can simply improve my English. I can improve my appearance, and I don't care that I talk about nonsense. And and I'm silly. I'm really happy that I found my hobby, that is learning English. And thanks to it, I can improve my and I've been doing it for 3 years. And no, I've been learning English since August 2022 until now. I've been learning English for 4 years, and that's great. And thanks to learning English, I can change my life forever, and you can do it too. What else? People, I have to tell you, don't use uh, apps like Duolingo, because I used to use Duolingo, and it cannot teach you English. You have to practice your English if you want to learn, if you want to speak. And don't worry if you are doing a lot of grammar mistakes. It's not about doing grammar mistake is not a big competition. It's not a competition. Don't worry. You simply speak about every kind of nonsense without stopping, like me. And I've been speaking in English for 52 minutes. What else? I'm trying to find new. Uh, yes, people. I'm dreaming that my YouTube channel and my numbers. I mean, my total numbers are increasing the whole time, and people can start to read and enjoy my novel, Blood Vampire Diary, because I like, because I want to share with you that learning English is for everyone. This is my slogan, as you don't know. And what else? And I don't know what to tell you now. Uh, Peter, just don't stop. Simply talk, and talk. And yes, you have to find a quiet room for your podcast if you want to do your podcast, and it's not easy to do. But I discovered this weekend that if I want to do my podcast, I have to do it during the day. I cannot disturb someone. And thanks to my new microphone again, yes, my own microphone is my new stand-up comedy routine. I always talk about new microphone that I don't have until now, but it can really improve my podcasting, and that's great. And it will be fun to have my own stable podcast room if it's possible. I hope so. Well, we'll see if this new microphone it's a good idea to. Yes, it is. It is, and I think that it's possible. And I want to continue with doing my podcast, as you know, because I like to do it. And in the future, I want to have my guests. I told you about it. What else? Yes, people. I don't know. I don't know how to continue. Uh, people. Peter, just don't stop. Don't stop. Simply try to continue. but I don't know how to continue. What else? Peter just talk and talk and don't stop. I thinking what I can tell you in the end, because I've been streaming for 55 minutes, and that's great. I can end this episode, and the fun is that I started with the vomiting. I had problem with speaking. I was so shy, but now I'm great. I feel great, and I only thinking, and I have only problems to find the right topics for speaking, and because but who cares? The most important idea is that I can talk and talk and talk, and just Peter don't stop to talk in English. Is not very important the topic for this ramble episodes, because the main topic is just to survive in English with fun preparation, and I did it again. I'm so happy, and if I found something, I can use it the next weekend, and I hope that the next weekend it will be the start of new era 3.0 of my Peter's English podcast in my stable podcast room with my new stuff. It will be fun. It will be a big fun, and I hope it will be big upgrade. And people follow me everywhere. Write positive comments. Don't write negative comments, and if you think something terrible about my podcast, about my live streams, about my videos, about my content on internet, don't care, move away, and don't speak with me about it, because I don't want to speak about you. If you have negative thoughts about my podcast in general, think people that it's my thing. You cannot stop me. You cannot stop me, and you can try, but you cannot remember it. But other people who like my content, and you want to support me, simply follow me everywhere, write positive comments in English, but please don't disturb me with hello, hi, nonsense messages on Messenger or something else, because I don't want to chat with you. I don't have time for chatting in English. If I don't want to spend my time, and I don't want to waste my time with chatting in English like before, because you are boring, because your life is boring. If your life is boring, learn English and change your life forever, because thanks to learning English you can improve your life, you can open a lot of doors, create your own podcast. I'm talking now about my slogan, and what else? uh, this week I want to think how people yes, I have, yes, I have my content for the next weekend. It's about, I want to write about the Victory Day. I mean something about Victory Day, uh, because I want to create my fairy tale about Vera the Vampire Girl Diary. It will be something about the Victory Day, and then I want to continue with the funny situation with Vera, with Vera's lore, with Vera's stories, because it's a fun. I like to do it. It's my hobby, and you can this kind of hobby too with your own character. Simply create, have fun, because learning English has to be funny. And thanks to learning English, can you connect with everyone? Remember it. And because learning English is not like learning maths or science or I don't know what else, but it's about connection. Okay, it's the last minute, and I'm still trying to find new topic, but I don't know how to continue. Uh, yes, people. Uh, uh, I mean now, podcast creators like me, people who are doing this this podcast, no, this podcast. I'm doing this podcast. People who are doing your own podcast, what you are doing with your full notebook of your with your content. Yes, I have to tell you that I discovered, yes, I'm a Sherlock Holmes now, because I discovered that my notebook is full of my archive of my Peter's English podcast, and I uploaded it into Google Drive, but my notebook is now full. But I think I have to delete it and keep it only in my Google Drive and continue with the new stuff, with the new videos. Well, we'll see. I simply kept it until now, and I've been streaming for 1 hour. I think that's it. Okay, I'm going to read you my slogan. Learn English, be successful, change your life, open a lot of doors, create your own podcast, write your own novel. You don't need to be talented because learning English is for everyone. Okay, people, I did it. I'm still trying to find some good topics because I want to continue, but I don't want to speak for another 1 hour like idiot, because I think 1 hour survival is enough, and I don't want to be dead until this live stream. And what else? I think is the end of the episode. I want to wish you happy end of the weekend. And what else? Simply learn English, be successful, and what else? Yes, I can talk that I think that the best improvement, that the best thing is improve your health and learn English. You don't need to invest into money because you don't have money, but thanks to learning English, you can change your life and connect, because imagine learning English can open a lot of doors. And what else? I think that's it. And if I found the best, the another topics that I can talk, I want to use it. And I'm happy that I found my hobby, and I really don't know what to tell, but I think it's the end. Okay, people, thank you for watching. Thank you for your listening, and remember that grammar mistakes or if you are doing your grammar mistakes, don't care. I don't care if your live streams are not perfect like my podcast. It's not about be perfect, it's about connection. Like the girl from All Ears English always say, it's connection, not perfection. But my slogan is learn English, be successful, and change your life, because learning English is for everyone. Okay, people. Thank you for your watching. Thank you for your listening. Please follow me, support me with following. You be positive comments, and if you want to do sometimes live stream with me, I mean with your own podcast, and you can create Peter English podcast community where you can have fun with me. Why not? But you have to be like me. And thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And I want to tell you bye bye, and bye bye my microphone my microphone Logitech Blue Yeti, because this is the end of because this is your last live stream. Yes, thank you my microphone, because from the next one the new era 3.0 of Peter English podcast is coming. Bye, people. Bye bye.